Pinus pinaster, the maritime pine or cluster pine, is a pine native to the western and southwestern Mediterranean region. Background: P. pinaster is a hard, fast-growing pine containing small seeds with large wings. P. pinaster is located in the Mediterranean basin but has been invading South Africa for the last 150 years, where it is an invasive species. It favors a Mediterranean climate, which is one that has cool, rainy winters and hot, dry summers. The pine tree species invades large areas and more specifically fynbos vegetation. Fynbos vegetation is a fire-prone shrubland vegetation that is found in the southern and southwest Cape of South Africa. It is found in greater abundance close to watercourses. Dispersal, habitat loss, and fecundity are all factors that affect spread rate. The species favors acidic soils with medium to high density vegetation. History: the native area that this species of Pinus pinaster, originates from is the Mediterranean basin, that is northern Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. P. pinaster is a popular topic in ecology because of its problematic growth and spread in South Africa for the past 150 years after being imported into the region at the end of the 17th century. It was also found spreading in Cape Peninsula by 1772. Towards the end of the 18th century P. pinaster was widely planted, and at the beginning of the 19th century P. pinaster was planted commercially as a timber resource and for the forestry industry. Distribution: the range extends from Portugal and northern Spain to southern and western France, east to western Italy, and south to northern Morocco, with small outlying populations in Algeria and Malta. It generally occurs at low to moderate altitudes, mostly from sea level to 600 m, but up to 2000 m in the south of its range in Morocco. Description: Pinus pinaster is a medium-sized tree, reaching 20-35 m tall and with a trunk diameter of up to 1.2 m, exceptionally 1.8 m. The bark is orange-red, thick and deeply fissured at the base of the trunk, somewhat thinner in the upper crown. The leaves are in pairs, very stout, up to 25 cm long, and bluish-green to distinctly yellowish-green. The maritime pine features the longest and most robust needles of all European pine species. The cones are conic, 10-20 cm long and 4-6 cm broad at the base when closed, green at first, ripening glossy red-brown when 24 months old. They open slowly over the next few years, or after being heated by a forest fire, to release the seeds, opening to 8-12 cm broad. The seeds are 8-10 mm long, with a 20-25 mm wing, and are wind dispersed. Maritime pine is closely related to Turkish pine, Canary Island pine and Aleppo pine, which all share many features with it. It is a relatively non-variable species, with constant morphology over the entire range. Uses: Pinus pinaster is widely planted for timber in its native area, being one of the most important trees in forestry in France, Spain and Portugal. Landes Forest in southwest France is the largest man-made maritime pine forest in Europe. Pinus pinaster resin is also a useful source of turpentine and rosin. In addition to industrial uses, maritime pine is also a popular ornamental tree, often planted in parks and gardens in areas with warm temperate climates. It has become naturalized in parts of southern England, South Africa and Australia. It is also used as a source of flavonoids, catechins, proanthocyanidins, and phenolic acids. A dietary supplement derived from extracts from Pinus pinaster bark called Pucnigenol is marketed with claims it can treat many conditions. However, according to a 2012 Cochrane review, the evidence is insufficient to support its use for the treatment of any chronic disorder. Invasiveness Result of P. pinaster invasion P. pinaster is a successful invasive species in South Africa. One of the results of its invasion in South Africa is a decrease in the biodiversity of the native environment. The increase of extinction rates of the native species is correlated with the introduction of these species to South Africa. Invasive species occupy habitats of native species, often forcing them to extinction or endangerment. For example, invasive species have the potential to decrease the diversity of native plants by 50 to 86% in the Cape Peninsula of South Africa. As discussed above, P. pinaster is a tree species found in shrubland in South Africa. When compared to other environment, shrublands have the largest decline of species richness when invaded by an invasive species Z equals -1.33, p.